but I just think,
the gal on the first.
Quinn.
They're
both so terrifying.
Lano or whatever her name was. Demons, ghouls, and ghosts. See, I changed my outfit for every show.
Oh.
I changed my shirt. I've worn different glasses in all three of them. That's how vain I am.
I'm wearing the same shirt.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I'm vain, so I purposely have wore different glasses in all three.
Well, I'm
probably really stupid, but
I'm in the same clothes.
It's the way I think.
Because this will probably be posted a week later, but it's fine.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm just vain.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylie. Today I am joined again by my dad, Matt. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so today we are having a battle between two cinematic universes. On the one hand, we have Insidious. On the other, we have the Conjuring universe. I'm just gonna break down the different categories we're gonna go through so that you can get an idea of how we're gonna be judging them, and then by the end, we will have our answer. We will both have our favorite universe decided. First, round one is going to go to the Ghost Hunters. We are going to be discussing Elise versus Ed and Lorraine Warren. Round two, we have the Sidekicks. So we have Specker and Tux and Drew from the Conjuring universe. Round three will go to the Physically Challenged, which will be Quinn from Insidious 3 and Janice from Annabelle Creation. We have round four, which is gonna go to the families. So in Insidious, we have the Lamberts, and then in the Conjuring universe, we have the Parrons and the Hodgsons. And then round five, of course, will go to the demons and ghosts. So from the Insidious universe, we have Redface, Keyface, the Wheezing Demon, and Parker Crane. And then in the Conjuring universe, we have Annabelle, Valak, Bathsheba, and La Llorona. Let's get into it, shall we?
Ready.
Round one. All right, Dad, do you want to kick off the conversation?
Sure, this is going to be a hard-fought battle because both of these two entities are tough, and I like both of them a lot. They are strong candidates for this. Elise, you learn a lot about Elise going all the way back to her childhood, and there's a lot of things that I really liked about Elise. But when it came down to it, it had to be Ed and Lorraine Warren. And for me, the reason that it was Ed and Lorraine Warren was because, one, they're actually historical people that were around, people know about, have studied, have written about, made their little museum that we've talked about in previous podcasts, previous videos with Kylie and I together. Also the relationship that the two of them had. The marriage that they have and the things that they share together are very unique, and because of those, they have a very strong marriage and a very strong bond, and that's really what brought me towards them. But either one, you can't lose with either one.
Oh no, you can't. I feel ashamed. I really don't have much to add because I made the same choice. I went with Ed and Lorraine Warren because maybe it's just the fact that they're a duo, and maybe it's sort of the familiarity, the comfort. They're a couple, they're a really cute couple, their relationship is really good, they have a lot of chemistry on screen. I think that that's honestly why, because the backstory of Elise I actually find far more interesting, but I just think, it's hard to say because also conceptually the movies are pretty different. You have Elise that goes into the further, and that's really awesome as well. But then Ed and Lorraine, I just feel like are a little bit more likable for me. So I don't know. You made a lot of good points. So we'll go with that.
They are more likable because they're more human. They show their human side a lot more than Elise does. Elise has had some hard times in her life, so you see the ups and downs of it. But she was a great character.
Yes, so a lot of credit goes to both sides, not knocking Elise whatsoever, but round one goes to Ed and Lorraine Warren, to the Conjuring universe. Round two, the Sidekicks. All right, on one hand we have Specker and Tux. I did it again. And on the other, we have Drew. I'm gonna kick this one off because I feel like it'll be pretty obvious, but we love Specks and Tucker. Come on.
That's right.
Let's just put that
No
out.
argument here.
They're just hilarious. They're so quirky and weird. Tucker is the one that is always eating something when they open the door.
First time they show him in each movie that he's in.
He's eating a Hot Pocket
eating something.
or a cupcake or something like that. They're really funny and they're just so much fun. Also, again, maybe it's because they're a duo and they can play off of each other and they have good chemistry.
I think you're right, but the thing about them and that makes the Insidious universe different is that they're in every one of the films.
Oh yeah.
And they're outliers. They're in this movie universe, but they're different. They're there for comedic relief.
Yeah.
They're there for support. And they're even there as love interests at one point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how can you lose with those two?
I know, they're hilarious. And I think, honestly, I can't remember if Drew provided any comedic relief or if he had much personality. I remember in the end of the first Conjuring, he runs in to save a couple of the daughters in the end, and he has some good heroic moments, and he's definitely admirable, and he's a nice addition, but definitely just nowhere close to Specker and Tux. Specker and Tux?
How about Specks and Tucker? No, it's not even close. It's a knockout in round 2 for Specks and Tucker.
All right, round 2 goes to Insidious. Round 3 goes to the physically challenged, and then we're gonna be talking about Quinn Brenner and Janice. So in Insidious, Quinn is hit by a car, both of her legs are broken, and then in another moment in the movie, she gets thrown around by the demon and her neck gets all messed up, so she has a neck brace. She really just can't move. She's very, very disabled. In Annabelle Creation, we have Janice, who suffered from the polio outbreak, and one of her legs is I don't know how to describe it. She has polio.
She can only partially use it and has to use one arm brace.
Right, and then eventually at some point she does have to use a wheelchair because what happened?
She got the heck beat out of her.
She fell, she got sucked up into the ceiling or something and fell.
Thrown down the stairs.
Something like that. So both these girls get beat up pretty badly. Do you want to kick it off this time?
There's no doubt that
Janice
Janice wins that one. Their issues as far as the gal in the first
Quinn.
How Quinn gets hurt. You see her get hurt, and she's in a bad way. And then, as we mentioned in our last video, the fact that this young gal has polio. Why did they even put her in? But both of their problems and issues and challenges are very much a part of these two movies. The biggest player is Janice.
I would say Janice too. I think that Janice's acting, even though she was younger than the actress that played Quinn, I think that Janice's acting was better. The actress that played Janice, but Janice was better herself. She was great. Her acting was amazing. I also think that the circumstances that they put Janice through, I mean, they were both horrible in both movies. One girl gets hit by a car, the other gets thrown around by a demon. They're both horrible, but I think that in Annabelle Creation, I felt that it was a little bit more clever. It had a little bit more to do with the supernatural, which I found a little bit more interesting. Holistically, I felt that the story of Annabelle Creation was a little bit better. I wasn't a super big fan of Insidious 3, so it kind of makes sense why I'm leaning heavily towards Janice.
Well, we have to agree again.
All right, I guess we agree to agree. So, round 3 goes to the Conjuring universe. Round 4, the families. In Insidious, we have the Lamberts, which is a family with 2 young boys and 1 young girl baby. And then in the Conjuring universe, we included both families from the Conjuring movies. So we have the Parrons, who have 5 daughters, and then we have the Hodgsons, who the parents are split up, but they have 4 children? I believe they have 4 children.
I think it's 4.
And they live in England. So, let's get it kicked off. Honestly, I like the families in the Conjuring universe. I think in Conjuring 1, the 5 girls, it's really fun. It's a really fun atmosphere. There's also a lot that can go amiss when you have that many children because they lose track of them a lot, and it's really fun, and it's just, I mean, not fun, it's scary, right? But anyways, there's just a lot that can go on. I thought that was fun. Conjuring 2, not so focused on the family. They don't even seem to like each other that much. It's whatever. But Insidious, I love that family so much, and I've talked about it in our videos before, and there's just so much comfort. I think it's because it's Patrick Wilson, who is ironically also in the Conjuring universe, but it's Patrick Wilson with Rose Byrne, and their chemistry is really good, and the sons, those child actors, are really, really strong as well, and so for me, this round goes to Insidious. What about you?
Okay, Kylie, I have to go with the Parrons. 5 daughters. Just moved to Rhode Island. Big giant house on a lake. They're all there together. Everything's gonna be fantastic. And everything falls apart. And it's 5 daughters. And the fact that it's 5 daughters and all the things that everybody ends up going through in that particular movie, I just grew fond of the Parrons.
All right, so for you, this round goes to the Conjuring universe.
Yes, it does.
Fair enough. All right, we are all ready to round 5, the ghosts and demons of the universes. Okay, so in the Insidious universe, we have Redface, we have Parker Crane, we have the Wheezing Demon, and Keyface. So I'm just gonna do the 4 key demons and ghosts of the Conjuring universe because there are a plethora. So we're just gonna stick to the main 4. So we had Bathsheba, Valak, Annabelle, and La Llorona.
This one's simple, it's Conjuring universe. Not only the amount, but a couple of those are just the scariest of the scariest, as far as I'm concerned.
This time, I was really conflicted because for me, the 2 scariest in these universes are Parker Crane and Annabelle. And for the life of me, I am struggling so much to choose between them just because of the sheer number of scares and the number of movies within the Conjuring universe. We just have more. So I'm leaning towards Annabelle, but I don't know if that's fair because Parker Crane only really got the 1 movie. They're both so terrifying. Do I have to call it a tie? I don't know if I could do that. Ugh.
I'll have to say, for me, I know that there were more people in the Conjuring universe, but I still immediately, when I think of the Conjuring universe, I think of the nun, and I think of La Lana, or whatever her name was. She was pretty brutal. They were scary, and Annabelle, she's the one that closed it for me.
Yeah, right? I guess, okay, if I'm adding it up with all the other demons that I know from each universe, I would have to say that Conjuring wins. So I'm gonna have to tally up my points here and let you know the final winners. Okay, so Dad, what is your final conclusion? What is your final tally?
Well, for me, Kylie, it's 4-1 or 5-1 in favor of The Conjuring. But I loved Insidious, but I loved more categories in The Conjuring.
Mine was 2-3 in favor of The Conjuring as well, which is so hard to say because for me, honestly, both of these universes are pretty equal in my mind, and I was introduced to Insidious first, so I technically do favor Insidious a little bit just because I have a little sweet spot. But according to my favorite ghost hunter, Ed and Lorraine, my favorite physically challenged girl, Janice, and my favorite demons, it goes to the Conjuring universe. So there you have it, folks. Please comment down below and let me know who you chose in all of these categories because that would be fun to see. Do you have any closing statements?
I do. If I had to pick between the 2 just on the movies and the content of the movie and the concepts of the movies, I'd pick Insidious.
Yeah, why didn't I do a round for the concepts? What is wrong with me?
Well, I'd pick Insidious for just the movie itself, without breaking it down as we have in this video. But I still would lean towards Insidious, Elise, and the middle, and all of those kinds of things. Overall, I did prefer that. So if I were to recommend one series or another, I would recommend the Insidious.
Yeah, and I think I know why, because even though each element might be better in a certain universe, I think that Insidious holistically pulls it off a lot better. There are also fewer movies, so it's more quality versus quantity with the Conjuring
Yeah,
universe,
I think you're right.
The Conjuring just has a lot more to offer, and so there's just a lot more things to choose from. There's, you know, more variety and things like that, so I think that that's why we were able to pick out so many things that we liked from the Conjuring universe, but holistically as movies, I think Insidious wins.
By the time that you end up watching the Insidious movies, you realize that Elise was the star, and you didn't really realize that through the first couple movies, but if you see all of them, Elise was a star and she was fantastic.
Yeah.
And you learned a lot of things about her. You pulled for her. She was an underdog at times, and had a tough life, but in the end, she overcame a lot of problems, a lot of issues, and a lot of demons, ghouls, and ghosts. So that's why I like Insidious.
I know, it's also fun too because you don't have a lot of movies where your main star is a woman over 70. I mean, that was a great part. Rare.
That was a great part about that as well. In today's film world, you know, they say there's so much ageism.
Yeah.
I did think about that during those movies. The star of that movie probably was in her 60s, but was playing somebody in her early 70s. And she was a star, and she was fantastic. So that's probably another reason that I liked it, because it was not so easy to put in a regular box like a lot of movies, horror movies. Oh, it's the woman that's scared, or it's the kids that's scared. But at least she was a strong character that carried the series.
Yeah, she really did. So what we're trying to say here, we love both universes.
Yes.
We love all these movies, so we recommend them all to you. But just in terms of this video and the categories we chose, Conjuring 1. So do with that what you will. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.